When we started making this game, we knew that we wanted to let players play as Ratchet and Clank together at the same time. This is something that our fans have wanted for a long time, and it's something that we've been excited about making for a while as well. And then after that, it was actually a pretty short leap to include Captain Quark and Dr. Nefarious. And one thing that you'll notice right off the bat is that we have a new camera style for a Ratchet and Clank game. This is a director-style camera, also something that we've wanted to try for a long time. This lets us keep all 4 players on screen, but it also lets us frame the action in a specific way to show off the world in a way that's really more cinematic than we've been able to achieve before in a Ratchet and Clank game. Here, we can see players using the Vacu 4000. This is a new gadget that comes in really handy for throwing your friends across a ledge. But you have to be careful when you're using it, and you always have to know who your friends are. So I want to talk about weapons a little bit. Weapons have always been part of the DNA of the Ratchet series, and Ratchet and Clank All for One is no different. Our focus is really on co-op weapons. It's about using them with the team. So you can use a weapon as an individual, but you get the really devastating and impressive effects when you work together with your friends. This is a co-op mechanic called the cluster cannon. And here, players are working together to charge this up, but they're also trying to be the first person to initiate it. So you have to use co-op play to power it up, but you also want to be the first person to do it and kind of win the little competition within the game. So certain gadgets are back this time around, but they have a new co-op twist. Here's the swing shot. You know, one important thing to know about this game is that we allow any player configuration. You can play with any group size from 1 to 4 players. If you're playing by yourself, we give you an AI teammate to play through, and you have access to all the content. If you have friends far away, you can play online. You can play offline on the couch, and you can mix and match groups as well. So you can have 2 people on a couch in one place, 2 on another. Any combination of 1 to 4 players. We really want to make it easy for people to just pick up a controller and jump into a game and have a great time. Also, we support drop in and drop out, so you can join a game midstream. If you start playing a game by yourself and your friend comes over, that friend can join you and play through the rest of the segment. We're executing a move called the Mortar Slam. So one player can toss another player into battle, and that player in midair can execute a powerful special move. There's definitely a lot of trust involved in playing this game, and what we've seen in playtests is that the team playing together can really get into a flow that's almost like a team sport if everybody's playing well. This is a tank minion. We think of this guy as a really big enemy, not a boss necessarily, but definitely an enemy that's going to require the focus of all the players moving together to take him out. If one player dies during combat, we have a revive mechanic, so other players can resuscitate him and bring him back into the group. If you die when you're jumping over a hazard, then we're going to spawn you back into the play group fairly quickly because we don't want a ton of downtime. We want players to feel like they're spending most of their time playing. At the same time, if the whole play group dies, if people don't do well, then we move you back to the checkpoint. So that penalty is there, but our focus is really on letting people stay in the game and have a great time with their friends. So now we're in a wind tunnel, and here characters are going to have to join hands to get enough wind resistance to make their way back across the turbine. So players of this game have a very well-developed core moveset. You know, Ratchet has his Omni Wrench, Clank uses Clank Fu, Quark uses Fists of Justice, Dr. Nefarious uses his Annihilator Blades, and that's all effective against smaller enemies. You really can divide and conquer and expect to do well. But against the bigger enemies, a lot more coordination is going to be required.